On today's episode, we have artist Jenna Rice with us.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Jenna.
Hi. Thank you for having me.
Oh, our pleasure.
This is exciting. You have a great studio.
Thank you. Yeah, try to keep it professional.
Yeah, absolutely. This is great.
Unfortunately, Daniel can't be here yet, but he'll catch up with us when he gets here.
Awesome.
So I saw one of your pieces at Common Grounds Coffee Shop in Greensboro. I do some writing over there, and
Oh, cool.
I asked the owner, one of the owners, whose artwork that was. It was
Was it Dusty or Michelle?
Michelle.
Michelle.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm friends with them.
Okay, cool. Yeah. And it was a painting of Bill Murray. Yeah, it was a really cool painting of Bill Murray.
Thanks. Yeah, that was my first attempt at doing that kind of style of acrylic painting.
Right.
And I started doing that in Greensboro, and I really enjoyed it. It was great, and it's still my favorite. And it was my first one. I've done a series of other celebrities after that.
Oh, cool.
And I'm still kind of working on other things as well. But yeah, actually that Bill Murray painting, I have a YouTube channel as well under Jenna Rice Art.
Okay.
And that painting in particular is actually my hottest video. It has like over 12,000 views or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
It's pretty cool. Yeah. It's my hottest video. So, of me painting it. It's like a kind of a painting with value.
Yeah.
Value and color. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. It was
Sort of
painting value and color. Yeah.
It's really cool. Yeah.
Sorry, I started. I'm like getting nervous. Like the studio is really cool.
Have you, I know you said you do a lot of oil painting. Mm-hmm. Have you tried that style in oil? I think it'll look cool with like the chunky.
It would, yeah. The thing about that is I decided to do acrylic mainly because it dries faster.
Right. Yeah.
And the paint is cheaper.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah, and I could, just bang up painting out much quicker that way. Yeah. And it's funny, the day that I finished it, like I posted it on Instagram, and like 30 minutes later or something. This is before I was really, really good friends with Dusty and Michelle. And I got a message from Dusty saying, I want it,
Yeah.
So it sold pretty much instantly after I painted it. It was cool.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I think it would look really cool in oil. It would just, it'd be a little bit more time consuming, I guess.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
And time is money. So I'm trying to work with that as best I can,
Now you went to college for art, correct?
I did. I had my Bachelor of Fine Arts in Studio Art.
Nice.
And I graduated from Florida Southern College in 2012. I would have graduated 2011, but I switched my major 3 times. I didn't know I was going to be an artist. It just kind of happened.
Wait a minute, that's really funny. My mom graduated with an art degree from Florida Southern.
Nuh-uh.
Just really funny. Yeah, way back in the day.
Wow,
but still,
really?
Crazy. Yeah, that's so strange.
So cool.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Suzanne Delorier now was Suzanne Knight.
Oh, wow.
I guess back then Suzanne Dawsey. Sorry, 2 marriages.
Oh, okay. All right.
Awesome.
Oh, wow, that's really cool. Yeah, I'll have to have maybe my professor from there. Maybe he knows of her or something.
It was in the 50s, so it was a while.
Well, I worked in the gallery.
60s.
I worked in the college art gallery, so maybe she had like a piece or something back there when I was.
She might have.
Kind of going through the archives.
They were kind of. It was during the 60s, and she was kind of famous there for starting like a little student protest, and the people were angry about like art showing nudity, so what they did was they went around to the statues that were naked on campus, hypocrite much, and they painted clothes on them.
Wow.
Oh, that's funny. I mean, honestly, now it's like I took so many figure drawing and figure painting classes. Like, honestly, the more nudity, the better in art. I mean, if you're conservative, I mean, you can't really be an artist. It's just
Because you have to learn anatomy.
Yeah. Well, I did. I had to memorize every bone and muscle in the body. We had like a bone test and we had a muscle test. And so there was a model there, and we had to either draw or paint, whether it was figure drawing or figure painting. We did more figure drawing, actually. We had to draw not just the model. Like, we had to do like the outline of the model, but then also draw the skeleton.
Oh, okay, cool.
And label all of the bones and label all of the muscles. We had to draw all the muscles and all the striations of the muscles that would be going in the right direction. And we had to also, my professor, Bill Otremsky, William Otremsky, but Bill Otremsky, I call him Bill. He's like a figure painting genius. It's amazing. So good. Still a mentor of mine. We still text sometimes.
Awesome.
I keep in touch. But I had to spell everything correctly. He was a a stickler for spelling. And I thought that was great because I'm like, wow, I'm a naturally good speller. This is perfect.
Yeah.
You know, so I always aced those tests. That was fun.
That's cool.
Yeah, I miss it. I do.
So when did you? I'm guessing you were always into art, though, right? Even as a kid.
Yeah, as a kid, I grew up. I grew up in a family that was always, you know, embracing like the arts. So like I mean, my mom always dabbled in arts and crafts and stuff. You know, I always like to joke that she's like Martha Stewart without the jail time. Yeah. You know, so she likes, you know, crafting and cooking and like, you know, doing crafts with me, clay, paint, you know, all those sorts of things. So I'm grateful that she always did that with me. And then, you know, my dad also he would draw with me as well. And I grew up a Hasbro kid, I like to call it. So I was born in Portland, Maine.
Oh, okay.
My entire extended family's from Maine. So I guess I'm a maniac. It's what we call ourselves. And my parents moved to Pawtucket, Rhode Island when I was, I don't know, 6 months old or so. You know, so I didn't really grow up in Maine. Just so my dad could work at Hasbro.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you really were a Hasbro kid.
I was a Hasbro kid, yeah. And so my dad used to actually hand draw the package designs for like G.I. Joe and stuff. So like, you know, we had a basement with like all of my free Hasbro toys. Like, you know, I mean, I wasn't like a rich kid or anything growing up by any means. You know, we had a tiny little house in Pawtucket, whatever, but I had all the cool toys.
Right.
So I didn't really need to watch much TV. I mean, I wasn't really allowed to watch much TV anyway, and I'm kind of grateful for that, honestly. Yeah. I had all the cool toys. It was fun.
So your dad was a professional artist. So
yeah.
Awesome.
He started doing graphic design before graphic design was a thing.
Oh, cool.
You know, it wasn't like a college degree yet or anything like that. You know, my dad doesn't have his degree.
That's what my degree is in, is advertising and graphic design.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. I guess back then you didn't really need one. He just he got into the business, I think, through his uncle, and then he transferred down to Hasbro, started doing drawings for them, package design stuff, and then when computers first came out, you know, we had like the first little dinky, tiny little black and white screen computer and whatever. I remember that, but then he just started doing like real big designs and stuff, and now he works for a company called Packaging Consultants in New Bedford, Massachusetts. He's still up there, so I don't see him very often. It's kind of sad, but he does like work for like Titleist and FootJoy. He's done stuff for Disney.
Wow.
He started some designs for like the Super Bowl for like Bud Light. They had these like the stand-up things. And they didn't really follow through with it. It was like a last-minute thing, and he's like, "We can't do that like that quickly," you know. And anyway, long story short, but he was another really big impact in my life in art. You know, I started drawing at a very, very young age, and I used to draw like the little Marvel comic, you know, figures and stuff. Like,
I used to do the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember like which superheroes I drew. Like, there was this one female that I drew, but it wasn't Wonder Woman, I don't think. It's like, I don't know who it was. And anyway, I'm sure my dad would remember if I asked him, but I don't know. But yeah, I'm lucky to have parents that have always supported me in being an artist.
That's cool.
Because when I went to college, I originally went for journalism. And then I became an English major. And then after writing a 33-page paper, I took like this class, a drawing class, and it was just like for credit because I was like, oh, this is fun. I'm good at drawing. This could be cool.
Yeah.
And so it was like an outdoor kind of architectural drawing type thing. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure you know, like we're famous for Frank Lloyd Wright architecture on that campus. For sure. Yeah. For sure. Okay. Yeah. We actually won Most Beautiful Campus in the Nation 2 years in a row when I was in college there.
Nice. Wow.
It's beautiful school. And then I like to joke that they saw the art department. They changed their mind. Yeah, I think UMass is the one that won last time.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I can't remember. But yeah, I went to do like an architectural drawing. So it was basically like trying to get perspective correct, looking down a hallway or stairwell or whatever. So I chose the stairwell. So I go up the stairs, and I had no idea about the art department. I didn't know that the painting studio was up there. I didn't know my way around at all. I was just looking for something cool to draw.
Right. Yeah.
So I was out there with my drawing board and my easel, and I'm out there, and this guy with this long hair, and he just looks like an artist, but a cool guy. He was always super cool. I always looked up to him. Anyway, so he comes out, and I'd never seen this guy before, and he comes up to me, and he looks at me, he looks at my drawing, and he looks at me again, and he's like, "Who are you?" And I was like, "Hi, I'm Jenna." And he's like, "You're not an art major." And I was like, No, I'm not." He's like, "You need to be an art major. Hold on, I'll be back." So he went to a meeting or whatever, and he comes back maybe an hour or so later, and I'm still up there drawing. We get into some weird discussion about how we both have long toes. And then I became an art major.